over on BBC4 and BBC iPlayer, we have the return of crime drama Hidden Assets. And here's a clip.
How did your case lead you to Bilbao?
We were investigating an Irish businessman. We ran a thorough risk assessment. It threw up no red flags.
There is always a paper trail, no matter how smart these guys think they are.
I'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
The killer is the connection to Heaslip, the murders, everything.
It's a third series for this one, and it's all about the team at Ireland's CAB, which is the Criminal Assets Bureau. And yeah, basically they go after illegally acquired assets. And yes, it started with a slightly different lineup. But yeah, you have now, and you know, in the last season, Nora Jane Noon plays DS Claire Wallace. Aaron Monaghan as her colleague Sean Prendergast, and Kathy Belson from Miss Scarlet's another colleague, Nora Dillon. It's a good show, this. It's a great premise because, as you see from this season, they can kind of take it anywhere, really. A bit like Line of Duty, I guess. They can just keep coming up with new story arcs. And this kicks off with... They carry out a raid on the home of a sort of finance guy who is suspected of embezzling millions of euros, and something pretty shocking happens which really impacts on Claire. Meanwhile, over in Spain, an investigative journalist and her family are gunned down by an assassin. Anyway, it turns out that the family of the financier back in Ireland own a house in Spain, and that's where the wife and child go to sort of, you know, just to escape everything. However, it turns out that these two cases are connected. So Claire's going to go over to Spain. She'll kind of be working with a Spanish cop, Detective Beitia, played by Inigo Gasteizi. And yeah, I mean, episode 1 is thrilling, I've got to say. It's a great ending to the episode, very exciting. There's a few new bods in there. They've got a new boss at the cab, played by Steve Wall. He's called Martin Dunlop. There's also a new detective who's a bit of a pain, called Liam Boylan. He's played by Donald O'Healy. Yeah, so I think this has really got legs. This show, I think. It got a really strong cast, good storylines. They could take it anywhere. Good to see it back. Is this one for you, Hannah?
I think I sort of enjoyed this one, Ian. But I'm not sure it's kind of Easter viewing for me. It feels like a real sort of family time, doesn't it, Easter? And this feels a bit more hot. I don't know, a bit more sort of, you need to be watching, don't you? Do you need to watch the rest? I think it probably helps, to be honest with you. It's quite focused, isn't it, around DS Claire Wallace, who's in line for this promotion, as you say, and she witnesses this horrible fatality during this raid. And I suppose that's the bit that I enjoyed about this, is that it's not just kind of like the action-packed part of it. It's the vulnerability that you see in her, that you see something a little bit behind the curtain, I suppose. And that's what makes it, I don't know, attractive to someone like me, I guess, because it's just got that bit of depth. I don't love this kind of genre. It's not my favourite thing. As I say, over Easter, there's plenty more to binge watch on my front.